Pro Bowl voting just opened up and I for one am excited. I might be one of the few people that actually enjoys the Pro Bowl. Most NFL fans don't share my sentiment. Viewership has been in a steady decline since 2011. The NFL even brought in Peyton Manning and Eli Manning to try to revamp the Pro Bowl, and that just hasn't worked yet. So as I asked in my NBA All-Star Weekend video, what's the fix? Can the Pro Bowl be fixed? It can. I can fix her NFL Pro Bowl edition. The easiest fix is for the players at the Pro Bowl to actually tackle each other and have the Pro Bowl be played like a real game. I'm confident that won't ever happen, and the days of this
on the run, and he's gonna come up short.
Are over. If we aren't going to get tackling, what can we get? How about some new events? Lots of people have asked for a longest throw competition. We don't need that. We need, not want, a punt, pass, and kick competition in the Pro Bowl. It shouldn't be limited to any one position group either. Seeing a kicker or punter go up against a quarterback would be highly entertaining. Seeing a quarterback lose to a kicker or punter would be downright amazing. The NFL briefly went back to doing a fastest NFL player competition in 2022, but got rid of the event in 2023. The NFL should bring back the fastest NFL player competition with some slight modifications. Doing just one heat isn't enough and defeats the purpose. There's not enough buildup involved. Instead, each positional group should run against each other, and then the fastest from each group should advance to the finals. The groups would be quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, and defensive backs. The top 3 finishers would get podium spots just like in track. Both the fastest NFL player and punt, pass, and kick competition would be separate from the next events I'm going to mention. Those 2 events would be individual events rather than team events, and any player could opt to compete in them. Whereas the next events would all be team-related events, and winning said events would accumulate points. The team with the highest point total at the end of the Pro Bowl weekend would be the overall winner. I personally like dodgeball, precision passing, gridiron gauntlet, kick-tack-toe, and the lightning round, which is a combination of events. Those events being water balloon toss, high stakes, which is players catching as many football punts as possible until they drop a ball, and thrill of the spill, which is a dunk tank based event. But let's add one wrinkle to precision passing and kick-tack-toe. Kickers get a lot of flack for missing kicks. During the Pro Bowl, let's see how successful other position groups are at kicking a football. The Pro Bowl is to celebrate the players and for entertainment. It would be highly entertaining to watch a wide receiver attempt to kick a football, just like it was highly entertaining in a preseason game when Chad Ochocinco did it. As for precision passing, let's have out of position players participate in this event too. There are quite a few wide receivers who can throw the football. It would be fun to see how well they could do in an event like this. Now for the Pro Bowl game itself. I'm in favor of the players playing flag football. If they aren't going to tackle, they might as well play flag football. It's also going to be in the Olympics in 2028, so it's a good way to build interest in the sport. The current setup pits the AFC versus the NFC, which is cool and all, but what's the best part of fantasy football, fantasy basketball, the NBA All-Star game, etc.? I'll give you a few seconds to guess because I have a bad habit of not allowing you all a chance to guess. Should I insert the Jeopardy theme music here they use for Final Jeopardy, or just keep talking about nothing until it's time to answer? Alright, that's enough time. Have your answer? The answer is the draft. When there's a draft, there's always that element of excitement, the potential of what could be. The NFL should institute a draft for the Pro Bowl. Have the quarterbacks as your captains and have them draft their team. Or have Peyton, Eli, and other retired NFL legends as the captains. Maybe have a YouTuber as a captain like Brett Coleman. The NFL usually has 88 players attend the Pro Bowl. Let's bump that up to 90 players. The last 2 players will be the 2 players with the highest vote total from the fans. That way, players who receive the most votes don't get left off the Pro Bowl rosters. Each team will draft 15 players to their team. Each team will compete in each event, including the flag football games, selecting the players they want to compete in each event. Repeating player participation is acceptable, but let's make sure every player competes in at least a couple of events. When it's time for the flag football games, there will be a tournament. 6 teams. The 2 teams with the highest scores in round 1 will get buys in round 2 of the tournament. The 4 remaining teams will play each other in round 2, and the winners in round 2 move on to play the 2 teams that had buys in round 3. Then we get to a championship game. It's a similar structure to the one that I proposed for the NBA All-Star Game tournament. The one aspect of the flag football games I disliked was the fast pace of the clock. It felt like the players I wanted to watch play football just didn't play much. I would like them to either get rid of the running clock because the games were way too quick with 10-minute halves and a running clock, or move to this new tournament style. Or if the situation allows, do both. Adding a tournament style for flag football lets players get on the field longer, and there's a better chance we get to see more players compete against one another. another. Last year's Pro Bowl saw 3 flag football games and teams just played one opponent. There wasn't a crossover of the players. If I wanted to see Kyle Juszczyk versus Fred Warner, that wasn't even a possibility. Could we also get players to play out of position in this event as well? Stephon Diggs versus Trevon Diggs? Awesome. Even more awesome, Stephon Diggs versus Trevon Diggs, but Trevon plays wide receiver and Stephon plays corner. Or how about Fred Warner at wide receiver and CMC at linebacker? The last change I'm going to propose is a little gimmicky, and I'm not sure it would be all that entertaining for more than one Pro Bowl, but I want to bring it up in case people like it. Even if people hate it, it's good to know that we can throw it in the trash. The Pro Bowl should have regular people compete in some of these events against the NFL players. Lots of fans trash talk. Put them up against these NFL stars. It would give fans a chance to have closer interaction with the players, which would be a cool experience in and of itself, and competing against these players would show people the disparity between regular old Joe and an NFL player. It would be a necessary humbling experience for some. Rich Eisen runs the 40-yard dash every year for charity, and he's a good sport about all the jokes that come with that. Let's have some fans be good sports about it and go up against these NFL athletes. Alright, that's all I've got in this one. Let me know if you like or hate these potential changes. If you think it should be changed, let me know how you would change the Pro Bowl. And as always, thank you for your time.